I'll introduce myself, and then we'll throw it to you. Come on.
Well, when the Army's there, it's great. When the Army's not.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Tom Murphy, and this is Trinidad Times TV. We are live in downtown Trinidad. It is Friday night, the night before the Trinidadiobluesfest. Started in 1999. Haven't missed a one. Well, this is a time for politicians to come to town too. And we have a woman here who's running for our House District 64, correct? It's Teri Nilson Baird. And Teri, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
I'm somebody that I never thought would be a candidate to run for the House District. I am a small rancher in Elbert County. I have about 60 llamas east of Kiowa, which is the capital, or the county seat of Elbert County.
Okay.
I am somebody who's concerned about our democracy, and I'm concerned that we may not have had a choice in this election, and I wanted to make sure that everyone had a choice as far as who they could vote for.
Right. Is this your first time running for elected office?
Completely.
Yeah? No interest before whatsoever in politics?
No. Well, I won't say I wasn't interested, but I was interested as a support worker.
Right. Okay.
And this year I just decided that if a Democrat could get elected in this district, they'd have a resume that probably looked a lot like mine.
Okay. When did you decide to run?
Probably right before the caucuses.
Uh-huh.
They're always looking for people to run.
Right.
And I just decided that this year might be the time.
All right. So is this your venture into the district to see who your constituents are?
This far south, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've known the Elbert County folks for years, but this is my venture out into the rest of Colorado that the district represents, and it's huge.
Okay.
I mean, it took me over 3 hours to get down here. It's a huge district.
I'm going to have to look at how this is formed, because it seems like there might have been a little bit of gerrymandering, but we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, because that's a long way for our representative. But
well, and it's even worse because they included Washington County this past time, which only has 400 voters.
Right.
It's a very rural area, and I'm familiar with it because I used to work doing a lot of work with the telephone company up there.
Okay. Well, let's go back to a little bit more about you. Tell us, born and raised, married, what? I mean,
let's see. Born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Coloradan by choice.
Uh-huh.
I've been out here almost 22 years now.
Okay.
Pretty much in Elbert County the entire time.
Right. And how did you discover Colorado?
We had a joke about quitting our jobs, moving west, and raising llamas.
Right.
And the job offer came from Denver.
Okay.
I was working on Capitol Hill at the time. I was support staff for the U.S. Senate.
Okay.
My husband was with the Secret Service.
Oh, wow.
And we just had this desire to get out of Washington. It was not a friendly place by the mid-90s.
Really? Friendly just in living conditions or work environment?
Work environment. It was when politics had started to get really nasty.
Right.
And this year I looked at it and said, I'm really not a politician, but I think that we need a bridge builder instead of a wall builder.
Right.
And so that's why I got in.
Okay. Excellent.
Retired from USDA.
Okay.
So
okay.
I did Llama and Alpaca National Animal Identification Program. I was the official rep for the group.
Okay. Interesting. So what do you think are some of the biggest issues in rural Colorado?
Honestly, I do want to hear from the people about what they're concerned about, but I can tell you what it looks like from that far north. I
got to wave at people as they go by, because there's people in the background can see. What we have going on is the pre-fest the night before.
Okay.
So I can see people walking and,
Sure.
So it's like being at the fair, when they do the interviews at the fair.
Right. So I'm sorry, where were we? Oh, what do I think are the issues?
What are some of the issues?
One thing that I know about, because I spent so many years working on telecommunications and the broadband program with USDA, is that I know that we need connectivity in our spaces.
Okay.
We don't have it. We
Right.
honestly do not have it. They can say, well, we have it in Trinidad. And
We don't. In fact, I saw one of the county commissioners. I said, I'm going to interview some candidates. What do you think? He says, bring up broadband, Tom. And so that you're absolutely, that first issue I brought up, that's huge for us.
Okay.
Because it really is slow.
It's huge for me. I can't get a broadband signal at my house. I can use the local cell network tower.
Right.
That's it. That's not real reliable.
And I don't know how they do it, but in rural New Mexico, right on the border here, the rural community or the ranches and stuff, whatever, they have high-speed broadband.
It's because they have an independent telephone company over there called Baca Valley.
Right.
And
they're providing it?
They are. And I used to work very closely with those folks, too. I handled Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm pretty familiar with the area.
So it's capable. It's physically, technically capable
it's capable
to do this.
Right. Here's the two issues. It's cost.
Okay.
Honestly, it's cost. The independent companies are willing to assume that cost because they are service providers as opposed to selling a product.
Right.
Their customers are the people that they go to church with or the people that they run into in the grocery store.
Right.
They are their neighbors.
Okay.
It's a very different focus when you do that.
Okay.
Here, if you're fortunate enough to have CenturyLink like I do,
Right.
They're not anymore interested in upgrading the network. And the parts that they do upgrade are all in the cities.
Okay.
Because the cities are being built out at such a degree that they're just trying to keep up with that, and all their construction money goes into there. So what we need to do is get ourselves a megaphone and say, excuse me, we're here.
Right.
And we need internet connectivity.
And you think the legislature can help us with that?
I think that we need both federal and state funding
Okay.
for that. There's a big choke point at what we call backhaul, which is
At
where
what?
backhaul.
Uh-huh.
That's where you take all of the individual signals and you kind of compress them and send them up to one of the big distribution points,
Right.
like in Denver or Colorado Springs,
Mm-hmm.
mostly in Denver. But there's a limited amount of capacity to get up there. So you might have really high-speed service here,
Right.
but by the time it gets to Denver, it's really slow.
Right. Well, that is, it's, I've been filming county, city government, school board since 2005, and I know it's a big issue for us. So
It's huge.
if you can do something, that would be wonderful.
That will certainly be my focus.
What have you done anything to? And I know you're new to getting started here, but the other issues are education, healthcare, recreation.
I can really understand the healthcare part of it. One thing that we need in rural Colorado is the same kind of services that we can get in the cities. I'm not talking about the huge hospitals in every small town, but we don't have home health care, and we need it.
Right.
We desperately need it. So we would have to take our people who are in need of long-term care and send them away from their community. That's not fair.
Right.
It's not good.
Right.
It tends to hasten someone's illnesses. And I'm very concerned about it. And we deal with it. My husband is now fully disabled. There's only one company that will come to my house.
Oh, sorry.
And when they say that they're done, they're done.
Right.
And then it's up to me to, be the caregiver.
Right.
And so I'm really focused on what we need in our smaller communities for actual quality of life issues.
Okay. Anything else that you want to share with the people about why you're running, what you can do for us?
If you go east of here and north, we have a lot of communities that are not right on the interstate
Right.
that are, we call it out-migration. They're losing population at a big rate because the less water we have, the less we can farm. The less we can farm on the eastern plains, the less we can actually do on the eastern plains.
Okay.
And so I do think education is important, and I think a lot of our youth are leaving our small towns to go and do their education plan. And then they're not coming back because they don't see any jobs. They don't see any future.
Right.
They don't see any hope.
Yeah, it's frustrating we've lost a lot of young people. It just, they grow up and they don't want to be
Trinidad's
here.
like the biggest city in the district.
Yeah. Some good things are happening here, though, so we're optimistic. Right behind us is Space to Create. I was telling you a little bit about that. That's something that the governor and some local people had initiated, so that's big. But if you'll come back again, we'd certainly like to sit down and talk to you.
I would love to do that.
The election's not that far off.
It's not, and I'm planning on being on the road from basically mid-September through the election.
Right.
To come down and talk to folks.
Well, as I was explaining briefly, I just met you. I spent some time at the Capitol in 2012 getting House Bill 1068 passed, and so I know a bit about how the Capitol works. It's intoxicating because you realize that this is really what government is.
Yes.
And it was our face-to-face contact and going up there. I think I went up there 20 times. Left here at 5 in the morning and got there at 8 or 9, and they said our bill was dead twice, and we resurrected it. Myself and Lucille Corsentino from Pueblo and her group, and so we're really proud of that. And I just think it's a credit to you to take this on, because it's also a lot of work.
Yes, and citizen involvement is the key to making the whole thing work. If we don't hear from our people, we don't know what our people want us to do.
Well,
and that covers,
right,
from the very local level to the national level.
Well, you're taking the steps by being here. So there's going to be a lot of voters out tonight. So shake some hands, kiss some babies.
Oh, absolutely.
Teri, Tom Murphy, Trinidad Times Television. Thank you
Tom.
very much for the interview.
Appreciate it.
And I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
You. You bet. All right,
Take
bye-bye.
care.